Wonderful. We're going to get started. Welcome, everyone, to the Indiana Association of College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Chelsea, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, but you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check out the website on the schedule. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at stripescan.com/Indiana. I'd like to now turn it over to our first presenter, and that's going to be Ball State University.
All right, thank you very much. I do apologize for some reason. It looks like my camera is not working on my computer. However, I am here and looking forward to presenting to all of you. So my name is Lindsay Spear, and I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Admissions and Orientation here at the university. And I have a few slides and some information I'd like to go over, and then some questions that we'll answer for you at the very end of this session. So if you do have specific questions, feel free to use that Q&A chat, and I will answer those at the very end. So Ball State is a public institution. We are in Muncie, Indiana. We are your mid-sized public school here in Indiana with a student body of about 21,000 students. That includes our graduate programs as well as our undergraduate programs. We have a little over 18,000 undergrad students on our campus and an average freshman class size of around 3,800 new freshmen. If you're not familiar, a fast fact about Ball State is we were founded by the Ball candy jars. So maybe your DIY or your Pinterest projects, those candy jars, the Ball family actually donated the land to the institution, which then became Ball State. So maybe now when you look at that Ball jar, you'll think of it a little bit differently and affiliate it with a university. We are, as I mentioned, that mid-sized school. So we have about 110 majors on campus and a little over 130 minors. We like to say everything from A to Z, as well as I'm undecided or I'm still exploring. And we do have a lot of students who change their mind or come in undecided, and we work with you to ultimately decide what it is that you want to go into. If you know what you want to do, great. We will help you with that from the start. If you don't, we will help you with that as well. Or if you're toying between a couple different things, we also assist you with that process. Every student has an advisor here on campus who works with you to make sure you're taking the right classes, do what you need to do, and on track to graduate. So we ensure we're working with every single student. You can go to our bsu.edu/majors page to learn more about our programs. If you click on those majors, it'll actually take you to that program page where you can learn more about that program and even connect with the faculty. We are known for our size, and I think if you were to talk to a Ball State student, the thing they say they like the most about Ball State is our size. Not too big, not too small. You walk down the streets, you have a familiar face, but also a new face. You're known as a name and as not as a number. You get to know your faculty on a name-to-name basis, as well as your students in your classes and outside your classes. We have a 14-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. 89% of our classes are taught by faculty, which means those classes are taught by your faculty members. You have the opportunity to engage with them. We have very few teacher assistants or grad assistants teaching those classes. Those classes are taught by your faculty. And one of the unique things about Ball State is our immersive learning opportunities, our ways to get you connected in and outside the classroom. So you're not just doing things in the classroom, you're doing things outside the classroom where you're getting college credit, solving real world issues, taking care of things in the community, making a difference and making an impact related to your passions, your area of interest, maybe your career path, but a way to show something that you've done above and beyond what you've done in the classroom. We also have a little over 400 organizations and activities, ways for you to get involved. Those include 31 Greek organizations, but service organizations, multicultural organizations, religious groups, residence hall groups, you name it, we probably have it. It's a great way to connect, maybe do something you're already doing or trying something new and stepping out of your comfort zone. We are also Division I NCAA athletics, competing in the Mid-American Conference known as the MAC, and we are the Cardinals. We take pride in our athletic teams, and we actually allow you to go to any athletic event for free as a Ball State student. I certainly encourage you to get involved in something and try something as a new student on your campus. Admissions criteria, you can apply now. Our application is available online. You need to submit your official transcripts to the university, Along with that application, make sure you talk to your high school. We will look at your trends, your curriculum, your weighted grade point average. Our minimum requirement is core 40, although strongly encourages your academic honors diploma. We are test optional and we continue to remain test optional, which means you can decide if you want to submit scores to us or not. I encourage you to check out our website in the Google search engine, type in test optional. It'll take you to a page that gives you information on why you would or wouldn't submit one, as well as a scholarship calculator that'll give you additional information on scholarship opportunities that are available to you as a student based upon your grades, as well as your test scores. In terms of affordability, you can kind of see our academic costs and things laid out here for Indiana residents and out of state. You can go to all of these websites to learn even more, but one of the things I wanted to tell you is that all of our scholarships at the university are rolling. So never let a sticker price of an institution hinder you from applying or learning more. Very few students pay the actual sticker price that you see here to attend Ball State. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities available, a lot of ways to make the university affordable. We also accept anything you might bring in with you outside. Those rolling scholarships can actually be reviewed and given to you throughout your senior year. So if your grades go up, things change throughout your senior year, make sure you continually send that information into us, because maybe you weren't eligible for something when you initially applied, but now you're eligible for something throughout your senior year based upon those trends and things that happen throughout your senior year. This is also something great to talk to us about, because we can go over costs, we can go over what things look like for you and what that might be for you as a specific student in your process. A few next steps: come and see us. We have campus visits all of the time, Monday through Friday, twice a day on Saturdays, whether it be a program, an individual visit. Maybe you want to meet with a faculty member in a department, you can register for that during your actual visit. You want to meet with a coach, you want to sit in a class, whatever you want to do, you are welcome to also come to campus as many times as your heart desires. Please register so we know we can set up everything for you, but please come see us. We are a rolling admission in terms of the application, but I definitely encourage you to get things in before December, just to be in full consideration of scholarships or anything outside. And then also email us, call us, connect with me. Our information is here. We are happy to assist anytime. We are here to help you, and we want to help you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much, and chirp, chirp.
Thank you. All right, next up, we have the University of Evansville.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Meyer, and I'm a regional admission rep for the central Indiana area for University of Evansville. Whoops, go back one. UE is located in Evansville, Indiana, which is in the southwestern corner of Indiana. Evansville is the third largest city in the state, with several major cities only a 2 to 3 hour drive away. Oh, sorry, I keep scrolling through. At the University of Evansville, our total enrollment is around 2,400 students, with 2,000 of those being undergrads. As you can see, our small faculty and student ratio is 10:1, with an average class size of 16. We do have over 75 majors and areas of study with direct entry opportunities in nursing, athletic training, physical therapy, and physician assistant, as well as lots of internship and study abroad opportunities. And we are an NCAA Division I school, one of the smallest in the nation, with 17 athletic teams. So how would you like to study abroad in a castle? You can do that at UE and study at Harlexton College, which is our campus in Grantham, England. Tuition and housing is actually the same cost to you as it is at UE, so your scholarships and financial aid will transfer over. You'll get 3-day weekends to travel throughout the countryside, go to different parts of Europe. There are internship opportunities, and of course, because we own and operate Harlexton, we're able to send all of our majors regardless. So nursing students can go, they usually go their senior year to get some practical clinical experience. Engineering students can go. It's a really amazing opportunity. Something else that's very unique about UE is that we're one of the only change-making universities in the world. There are about 50 of us, and we're the only change-making university in Indiana. Basically, this means if you want to make a positive difference in your environment starting freshman year, you can do that at UE. So you can take courses called Change Lab courses, where you're working with nonprofits or you're working with other students on interdisciplinary projects within our community. And I also encourage you to check out our High School Changemaker Challenge, which is a Shark Tank-like competition where you can pitch an idea for social change, and winners actually get a full tuition scholarship. So go to our website for more information there. We are currently accepting applications for the fall of 2022. We are test optional. We've been test optional actually for about 5 or 6 years now. So we went test optional before COVID. You can apply to UE using the common application or our free online application. We just need your high school transcript. And then if you apply traditional, we need your test scores. And if you apply test optional, of course, we don't need those test scores. All of our majors are test optional except for direct entry. We do highly recommend an essay, but don't require it for any majors except direct entry, physical therapy, physician assistant, athletic training. And then of course, we recommend applying by November 1st for strongest scholarship consideration. February 1st is the last day to submit new information. So like Lindsay said, if you get a higher test score at a different point in the year, you can send that to us and we can bump up your scholarship. And then you can go to evansville.edu/apply to start your application. Tuition and financial aid, we're very transparent about our tuition. Another thing that Lindsay said that was great is that you should never let the sticker price of an institution scare you off. Obviously, the $53,226 is a very high number, but we compensate for that by giving out a lot of money in scholarships. So no one at UE is paying that full amount. 100% of our admitted students receive scholarship. If you file your FAFSA starting October 1st of your senior year, that's now available. You will actually get $1,000 extra per year at UE just for doing that. That will consider you for need-based aid. And then I recommend applying for outside scholarships offered in your local community, because this is going to be an option for you to bring into University of Evansville and stack on top what we're giving to you. So the average financial aid and scholarship package is also just short of $30,000 a year. So we give out, like I said, a lot of money in aid. Definitely recommend applying. It's free to see what you might qualify for. I also highly recommend visiting. We've been doing in-person visits very successfully since June of 2020. Individual visits we offer Monday through Friday. If you can come to an individual visit, that's what I recommend, because we can set you up in addition to a meeting with an admission counselor and a campus tour. You're going to meet with faculty, and then we can set you up for anything else. We can set up a career counseling session with our career development office. You can meet with the Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. You can have a campus tour with a current student. And if you're a senior and you visit us, you are also going to get an extra $1,000 per year scholarship just for visiting our campus. So those individual visits are great, but then we do have a lot of group visits as well. We have a group visit coming up on Friday, November 5th. We still have spots open if you and your family want to come to that. We can connect you with a current student. Basically, you just need to get a hold of us in admission if you want to take advantage of any of these opportunities. And then if you want to use our online easy scheduling system, you can go to www.evansville.edu/visit. If you see a date that is not available for you that you really want to come down, please email your admission counselor, because we can most likely get you into that date. So again, highly recommend visiting, as it is a great way to see if an institution is a good fit for you. Check us out on social media. Of course, all of us are going to be on different social medias. Pretty much we use everything. So we do also have a TikTok, which is not on here, but we have a TikTok now. I follow a lot of our Evansville Instagram sites. I really like our diversity Instagram. We also have a food at UE Instagram, which is really nice. So there are lots of opportunities to follow up with us. Lastly, you can connect with us by going to the state map on our website. You can click on the area where you're from, and you're going to be connected with your admission rep. If you have any questions, please pop that in the chat. But otherwise, thank you so much for attending tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Purdue University.
All right. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Let me hit the share button here. All right. So my name is Tommy Lynch. I serve as one of the admissions counselors here for Purdue University. Appreciate y'all joining us this evening. Purdue University, we are located in West Lafayette, Indiana. We're about an hour north of Indianapolis. We're about 2 hours south of Chicago. One of the points of pride as far as the college town community of the West Lafayette and Lafayette area, we were voted or we were ranked as one of the safest college town communities in the country. We were ranked top 5 by one organization that ranks institutions on safety. And so we're really proud to be able to offer a safe and very lively community for students to come to Purdue and thrive. Just some data points about Purdue, what makes Purdue's population Purdue. We're about 35,000 undergraduate students. You'll see some points there at the bottom as far as the diversity of in-state students, out-of-state students. We have all 50 states represented on campus here at Purdue, and we also have, I believe, 137 countries that have students from those countries here in West Lafayette calling themselves Boilermakers. A few points as far as the academic experience at Purdue. We are a research institution, so we are proud to offer over 2,000 research opportunities for students at all levels, freshman to senior, have the opportunity to take advantage of research opportunities. Maybe you really know the specific topic or interest that you're wanting to learn more about. Or maybe you're kind of in a more broad mindset. You know, maybe you really like computers, but you're not really sure specifically what you're wanting to learn more about. Purdue has faculty and staff and advisors that can really help you kind of explore those different opportunities, maybe find the one that's the best fit to help you, get that research and that hands-on experience that you're looking for. We have an entrepreneurship certificate. This is an opportunity for folks that are interested in, kind of getting a program at Purdue, getting a degree from Purdue, but really wanting to kind of go your own path, maybe go your own direction. Obviously with entrepreneurship, you'll start your own business potentially. One of the stories that we have, a student at Purdue, they knew that they were interested in fashion and design, but they weren't really sure. They didn't really have the interest in, going and working for one of the big companies. Their real passion area was wanting to get a textile and design degree, but they really wanted to kind of start their own business, start their own fashion company. They came to Purdue. They were able to team up with some other students that had some kind of similar interests. Together, they got their textile major. They also got this entrepreneurship certificate, and now they are starting their own fashion line using a lot of the skills and the tools that they earned from that certification experience. We have the Honors College. So this will be an opportunity for folks that are looking for that interdisciplinary academic experience. So for my Indiana students here on the call today, if you're thinking of that academic honors where you kind of took that challenge on in high school, that's kind of the decision or the opportunity that you would have here at Purdue. It would come with a lot of perks and benefits. You would have the chance to participate in honor-specific study abroad opportunities. You'd have the opportunity to research with honor-specific research experiences on campus. We have an honor-specific residence hall community that you would have the chance to live in if you're a part of the Honors College. You can express interest when you apply to Purdue. We'll talk about applying here on the next slide. And then lastly, we have our Degree Plus program. So this is our program where we have faculty and staff that help students who are looking at the opportunity to maybe dual major, minor, really kind of maximizing everything that you as a student are wanting to get from Purdue. Our Degree Plus staff will help you find those dual majors, or if you can't dual major, maybe we can plug a minor in and really kind of help you navigate programs that can kind of mesh together to maximize that experience. The Degree in 3 program is an opportunity where Purdue is identifying programs on campus where rather than a traditional 4-year experience, you can actually obtain degrees from Purdue in 3 years. So that 4th year of college, rather than you making the financial investment to go to college, that would actually be your first year applying for jobs, getting that dream job, and then earning that full-time pay rather than kind of paying for year 4 of college. As far as applying to Purdue, we are on the Common App. We'll ask you 2 Purdue questions. We're going to ask you why Purdue and why your major. So that'll be your chance to express some interest, tell us what you're looking for. You do have the chance to self-report grades and test scores. You can also have official documentation sent in as well. So you don't have to have your high school send in your transcript and then you also self-report. You can do either of those options. You don't have to do both. There will be an essay associated with it, and there is a $60 application fee. Fee waivers are built into the Common App. So if you do qualify for one, simply check that box. We can apply that fee waiver to your application. Purdue's got 11 different academic schools and colleges. We've got over 200 majors for you to pick from. So we've got a little bit of anything and everything. When you're completing your application to Purdue, you have the chance to select 2 majors on your application. All programs at Purdue are direct admit programs, so you have to be admitted to a program to be offered admission to Purdue. So take advantage of those two majors. We tell students it's like submitting two applications to Purdue for the price of one. So you'll get to pick two, and we'll evaluate you for both of them to see if we can offer you admission to Purdue University. As far as evaluating applications, we evaluate them holistically. So we are looking at things you do in the classroom, classes you've taken, things you're doing outside the classroom, test scores, essays, a little bit, we're looking at everything we can on the application. We are a test flexible institution, so you can submit an application without test scores. You have that decision. And then lastly, here's just a timeline. Application goes live on August. Our priority deadline is November 1st. And then you'll receive your decision from us on January 15th. That is all that I have. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, next up we have the University of East London.
Hey guys, big accent change coming through here. Let's get my presentation up. Here you go. So I'm Tom. Yes, I'm not actually from London, but I'm representing the University of East London. I'm part of the Americas recruitment team. I'm actually from Yorkshire, which is the north of England. So I sound a bit like that guy from Game of Thrones. Winter's coming. Right. So why study in London? So a bit of a different change of pace to the American universities. Let's get my time on. So I live in London. It's a great place to live. You can go to all the tourist spots. So we've got a picture of Trafalgar Square there. There's about 1,000 registered museums and galleries in London. Most of them are free, so it's a great thing for you guys to do at the weekend. I think it's a bit of a misconception that London's an expensive city. It's pretty livable and it's pretty cheap, really, if you know what you're doing. There's all sorts of websites out there like Time Out London. I'm sure they've got the same for like New York and LA and stuff. But you can find sort of cheap discount sort of things to do. Obviously, all the museums are free. If you're into sports, obviously the bottom corner, you've got the Wimbledon there, so you can have some strawberries and cream. Check out the Premier League teams. That's like the top tier football or soccer for you guys, Chelsea and Tottenham. People from all over the world, massive diversity, 300 languages spoken here, food from everywhere. I live down in Tooting, which is like South London, so there's a massive like Indian and Pakistani population here, so it's great for a curry. I love a curry. But you can also get your fish and chips if you want your English delicacies. Most businesses operated from outside of London, so they've got offices here. That's great for you guys. So while you're here on your study visa, you can work for 20 hours a week during term time and 40 hours a week outside of term time. So that'd be like over Christmas and over summer. So you can look at internship opportunities or maybe just getting a bit of hospitality work, trying to get a bit of extra pocket money. London's a fast-paced city, so there's always work available. And also when you graduate, there's now a new thing where you can get a 2-year graduate visa. So once you graduate with your postgrad or your undergrad, the 3 years or the 1 year, you can get a 2-year graduate visa. Just apply for that. It's free, and you don't have to have like a sponsorship or anything like that for a job. You can just apply for it and then stay in the UK for 2 years and then work and do whatever you want, really. Travel around. That's a picture of the campus. That's our Docklands campus. That's our main campus. We've also got 2 more. They're nearby in Stratford. Our accommodation is on this campus, so you can see it just by the river. That's the River Thames. You've probably seen the bridge that goes like that. That goes all the way through there. It's a famous river. But the colourful, like tall cylindrical buildings, that's our accommodation. We're quite lucky to have that on campus. Not a lot of London universities have that. We've also got a tube station. So in the middle of the road there where that circle is, that's a tube station. So that's like the London Underground network. So that connects the whole of the city, all the airports and major train stations into Central. It's probably about a 25-minute tube journey into there. So it's like a metro system, a bit like you see in, like, again, New York or LA. It's quite a residential area. You can see quite a lot of trees and houses around there. So it's quite nice and chilled down there. And obviously at the top there, you can see our sports facilities. But if you are based on the other campus, I said there's a shuttle bus that goes between the both and it's free, runs all throughout the day. So you aren't going to be out of pocket if you're on the other campus. So why the University of East London in particular? It's been around since 1898. We've got about 17,000 students on campus. 20% of those are international students, so there's quite a lot of diversity on campus. And we're ranked first in the UK for international support and visa advice. Key for you guys when you're applying for your visa, we're just trying to make it as easy as possible. Again, it's not that difficult, really. You just go onto the UK government website, apply for your visa. That's it, really. You just send your passport off and they put it in there. And then we also accept FAFSA. If you want to bring any federal aid over, Sally Mae, any other like loan providers from the US, as long as they're happy to bring it over, we can accept it. But obviously FAFSA is the big one, but you can bring it over to us and we've got a dedicated federal aid team that can help you with that. We're quite a careers-led university, so we try and help you guys get ready for the outside world, get you on the career ladder. So everyone does the mental wealth module, so that's part of your degree. Each one's bespoke for each degree, and it's just teaching you about like cognitive intelligence, developing cultural, emotional, and social intelligence. And you also get access to Amazon Web Services. The key for that is it gives you exclusive opportunities for jobs and internships while you're on campus, so while you're with us, and then afterwards as well when you graduate. So in the UK, a bit different to the US, our degrees are generally 3 years, not 4. So all degrees would be 3 years generally, especially for us. And that's just because they're so laser focused. So if you come to do law, that's what you're going to study. You're not going to do any general education. You're not going to be studying maths, so general studies, geography, or anything like that. If you come to study law, that's what you're going to study. Like 95% of your degree is going to revolve around that. So if you know what you want to study, it's perfect because it saves you a year of time and money. Gets you out on the career ladder a bit quicker. Tuition's about $19,000 a year. So it's quite a lot cheaper than the US, around $8,000 to $24,000 on average. We do international scholarships. They range between about £1,000 and £4,000. And applications are open now. They'll be open until July 2022, so it's open a bit later than they are in the US. You should receive a decision in about 2 to 4 weeks. There are classes, guys, not classes, sorry, there are courses. I just advise going on the website, checking them out, go to www.uel.ac.uk. See what you're interested in. There's great course search features on there. You can search by keyword or like by course name, but the 3 most popular are biomedical science, psychology, and business management. So if you can apply for them, make sure you apply early. Like I said earlier, sports is pretty big at UEL. So we've got a £21 million facility on campus that's pretty new, so it's all state of the art. We had Team USA come train with us during the 2012 Olympics. That's pretty cool. They could train anywhere, and they chose to train on our facility, so they must have thought they were pretty good. Consistently ranked amongst the top 3 universities in London for sports. We do offer scholarships as well if you're looking to any sports scholarships. There's our accommodation. There's the room and the kitchen. All our rooms are private, so not like in the US we share in dorm style. We also have private bathrooms and showers. No matter what room you're in, the cheapest, they'll all have private room and shower. And also you've got that kitchen share between. Prices start around $8,000 for those. They're the entry requirements, guys. Oh, sorry, I'm running out of time, but they're the entry requirements. I'll put them in the chat as well, but 3.0 GPA, 1070 SAT, 23, free AP. You just need one of the other ones along with the GPA. If you want to apply, just apply via the Common App, apply via the University of East London website. It's completely free via both of those. You can also apply via UCAS. If you've got any questions, give me a shout on the email, but I'll put in the chat anyway. Great picture of the Queen there. What a top lady. All right, guys, cheers.
Thanks so much. Okay, next up we have the University of Illinois at Chicago.
Hi, everyone. Let me get my screen here. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samantha. I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment for the University of Illinois Chicago, or UIC. Really excited to tell you a little bit about us today. I'm going to start by kind of walking through a few things that I think make UIC a unique institution. The first is our location. So we are located right in Chicago, less than a mile away from the Loop, which is the center of Chicago where lots of famous Chicago landmarks are located. This red section here is our campus. We do have just one campus, but we split it into 3 sections, our west, east, and south. Our west campus is located in the Illinois Medical District. So if you are interested in the health sciences, just know that there's tons of opportunities for you to get patient care hours through volunteering, shadowing, and working in those hospitals that are there. We also have our South Campus, which houses our sports teams. We do have 18 Division I sports teams, and all the games are free, so our students definitely like to check those out. But the highlighted section here is East Campus. This is where our students have the majority of, where they spend the majority of their time. This is where classes are, residence halls, and things like that. And my favorite part about our campus is even though we are located in the city and you have access to everything Chicago has to offer, from jobs and internships to a never-ending list of fun activities, we still offer a very traditional campus feel. So you won't find skyscrapers on our campus, even though you can see the beautiful Chicago skyline from campus. Instead, you'll find one of the largest unions in the US, 8 residence halls, and even more than 6,000 trees throughout campus. Now, let's talk a little bit about academics. At UIC, we are really passionate about both academic access and academic excellence. I know here it says that we're ranked as one of the best public colleges in the US. We actually just moved up this week to number 46 in the nation, so we're really excited about that. But we're actually really proud to be one of the most transformative colleges as well. And this ranking is just saying that our students, the experience they're having at UIC is really transforming their lives. They are graduating with jobs in their field, and they are getting to go to graduate school at the schools of their choice. Now, even though we are the largest institution in Chicago, we ensure access to a really engaging academic experience through small class sizes and the availability of our faculty. We also have tons of academic resources throughout campus, like tutoring, individualized advising, group study, and more to help students succeed. We also really believe our students should be learning just as much outside the classroom as they are inside the classroom. Our students constantly learn through things like jobs, internships, study abroad opportunities, which you can actually do on any continent, and through research. And this slide here touches on research just a bit more. UIC is a Research 1 institution, which means we engage in the highest level of research activity. There's only about 300 Research 1 institutions in the US. We spend more than $400 million in sponsored research programs every single year. And what that means for you is you get to engage with research as early as your first semester on campus. Another way our students are constantly learning is through their interactions with their peers. UIC is considered one of the most welcoming and diverse institutions in the US. We're actually ranked in the top 5 most diverse institutions in the United States last year in 2020 by the US News and World Report. Our students come from different cultural backgrounds. They have different socioeconomic experiences, race and gender identities, religious beliefs, and more. And that really frames the kind of conversations our students have with one another, both in and outside the classroom. We also have 7 cultural centers on our campus that serve students to support students both academically and culturally. This includes one of the only disability cultural centers in the US and the first and only Arab American Cultural Center in the US. About 40% of our students are first generation college students, meaning they're the first in their family to attend college. And we have no ethnic or cultural majority among our student body. Now, a final thing that makes UIC is our commitment to social good. Our students are really well known for wanting to give back to their community. And a lot of our courses do have social community service or outreach components built in. It's really our goal at UIC to give students the tools they need to be successful in creating change in whatever industry they decide to pursue after they leave UIC. Now, just to recap really quickly, we talked about our location, we talked about our commitment to academic excellence and access. We talked about our belief that students should learn in and outside the classroom through things like research and their interactions with their peers. We're one of the most welcoming and diverse institutions, and we are committed to social good. If those are all things you're looking for in a school, we really want you to apply. And here's just a brief overview of our application process. We are on the Common App, and everything you see here are things that are considered during our holistic review process. We definitely be able to help you through the application process and share more details. I will share my contact information in a couple slides, but please know that we are happy to help with this. And then finally, I just want to share some information about our tuition, scholarship, and financial aid. So you can see our non-resident tuition here. If you are from Lake County, Indiana, you do qualify for in-state tuition at UIC. Otherwise, all other Indiana residents will qualify for non-resident tuition, but we do offer a scholarship that reduces the cost by $8,400 per year for all out-of-state students, and you'll automatically be considered for that scholarship when you apply. It's not required to live on campus, but here's some other costs associated with living on campus and meal plan, and then some estimated expenses as well. Here's our contact information. I'll drop it in the chat, but hopefully you're interested in learning more, and I'm excited to connect with you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we have Indiana University Bloomington.
Hello, hello. My name is Marty Blair, and I have the pleasure of being one of the directors in the Office of Admissions at Indiana University Bloomington, and I am also thrilled to be here. As you may or may not know, Indiana University Bloomington is roughly an hour and a half away from Indianapolis. We are a large public institution with roughly over 35,000 undergraduate students, about 10,000 graduate students from all over the country, all over the world, which makes our class very, very diverse. We also have some great academic diversity with 12 undergraduate schools, whether it be our Kelley School of Business, one of the top business programs in the country, the traditional majors in marketing, management, finance, accounting. We also have economic consulting and entrepreneurship and corporate innovation. We have our College of Arts and Sciences, our largest school, our liberal arts school, African American and diaspora studies, to theater and drama and all the ologies in between. We also have our Luddy School with our intelligence systems engineering program, more nanoscale technology, and some great opportunities. Whether you are sure about your program, you know that since you were in the 6th grade, you want to be a teacher, or you're not sure, or you have more than one interest, we want to honor the fact that freshman year really is a time to explore. We do have a multidisciplinary approach. So you are admitted to Indiana University initially, and based upon your intended major, you may be directly admitted to your school or college. But regardless, your freshman year, you are able to explore your passions and find something that is right for you. Very common mix and match majors and minors throughout our different schools. There are certificates, again, to help you succeed. We have over 200 majors for that exploration, and our undecided major is called exploratory, which we believe really does define those students, not undecided, but you might be exploring your opportunities and options. Our faculty are connected to our undergraduate students. You see here our average class size is 33 with our student faculty ratio 18:1. And our advisors are connecting to students. They are the gurus of campus and their field. So whether it be your individual advisor that you will meet, and if you have more than one interest, you'd have more than one advisor. If your majors change, certainly so would your advisors as well. We have support all throughout campus, whether it be our academic support centers, whether it be in all of our neighborhoods, or our academic support center providing workshops, and our Wells Library, one of 24 libraries on campus, again, to help you navigate and provide support throughout your tenure. We're also thinking about your career even before you apply. Our Career Development Center for those that are exploratory, and each of our schools also have their own career center, and that provides additional opportunities. It's a collaborative model where you have your academic advisors as well as your career advisors focusing on your next steps, finding internships, of which we have hundreds of opportunities. Whether it be research, there are thousands of opportunities for research, as well as career coaches to help you find that job. Now, it is college. We want you to have a phenomenal opportunity with tons of organizations and opportunities. So whether it be volunteer, music, faith, dance, we have it at IU. We also have some great opportunities for intramural and club sports. So if you want to connect, you have that opportunity. There are world-class culture opportunities. Our IU Auditorium has some great opportunities for you to connect, whether it be through our IU Auditorium, our Jacobs School of Music, and Theater and Drama Department. And of course, our Big Ten varsity sports. Now, I want to talk about the application process quickly. We do have 2 platforms you can choose. We have no preference. You are welcome to choose one or the other. Just choose one. We have the same evaluation. With your application, you're going to send in your application fee of $65 or a fee waiver if you have one. Our IU essay, which is 200 to 400 words, focusing on what you would like to do academically or when you graduate from IU, any special interests or any challenges that you may have faced academically or personally, your high school record, and we are test optional. So if you want to, you have the opportunity to submit your application without it, or if you do, you can report your scores. November 1st is our early action bond non-binding date. That is our scholarship deadline. It's our maximum consideration for admission. We will evaluate your overall academic performance, including your classes, your GPA, again, if you send in your test scores and that essay. Really quickly, our middle 50%. GPA and test score, and I'll send in the how to apply link for more information with this information. We also have some great scholarships, those that you can simply be eligible for by applying with a completed application by November 1st, and our selective scholarship application. More information at scholarships.indiana.edu. This is my contact information. I'll put this in the chat. We do have virtual and on-campus programming, and I look forward to answering your questions. Thanks so much.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay. Oops. And with that, we are going to close out our session. So thank you to our presenters for your time and your information. Thank you to our participants for being a part of this with us. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick survey. If you don't mind giving us a little bit of feedback, we'd really appreciate it. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. There's a lot of great schools out there this evening, and you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other recordings at strivescan.com/Indiana. Thank you so much again, and have a great evening.